Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Cops link dead gangster to several murders. The police have tagged the now-deceased alleged gangster, Michael P. Cheers, to at least 3 recent murders in the parish of St. James. The 26-year-old, also known as Pablo, of Wrong Turn in Salt Springs, St. James, was reportedly shot during a shootout with the security forces about 6:30 a.m. on Wednesday in Green Pond, Montego Bay. He later died at hospital. He is linked to the murders of Shanard Dada Chambers, who was killed in Salt Spring on November 2, 2021, Siobhan Beams Robinson, who was shot in Bottom, Melbourne on January 12, and Siobhan Chevidon Green, who was killed in Farmhill on January 19, 2022. Pablo, who was reportedly very busy on the crime scene, is also linked to the shooting of Layson T-Bone Gooden, who was killed on December 12, 2020, along Grenada Close in Carnot Court, St. James. Senior Superintendent Vernon Ellis, commanding officer for the St. James Police Division, said that acting on intelligence, a police military team went to Green Pond premises where Pablo was yesterday morning. During the operation, there was a firefight between the security team and gunmen, resulting in one man being shot and the recovery of 2 pistols. A search of the area also resulted in the recovery of an M16 rifle, bringing to 40 the number of guns found in the parish in 40 days. It is clear that the weapon of choice for these murderers is illegal guns, and it is clear that a lot of these murders are being perpetrated by these gangsters and lottery scammers, said Ellis, pointing out that the police high command dispatched more cops and assets to the parish in the last week to bolster their operation. Gangsters are going to have a bad year, he warned. Police discover bizarre witchcraft scene at lottery scamming boss. In a developing story out of Westmoreland, several suspected lottery scammers have been arrested during a targeted pre-dawn operation by the police and the military. The police are also disclosing that they saw evidence that have led the police to believe witchcraft was being practiced at one of the locations. According to the police, several lit candles believed to be used in witchcraft were found. The police have also released a video on its social media pages with the lit candles. Written on some of the candles are the words "Big Cash, Money Release and Clearance." 3 persons have now been arrested as the major operation unfolds in Chantilly Gardens in Savannah Lamar, Westmoreland. The operation is being carried out by members of the Lottery Scam Task Force, the Westmoreland Police, and members of the military. According to the Corporate Communications Unit of the Constabulary, a Beretta submachine gun was also seized in the joint police-military operation. 16-year-old Briana Fennell missing. An another alert has been activated for 16-year-old Briana Fennell of Bay Farm Road, Kingston 11, who has been missing since Wednesday, February 9. She is of brown complexion, slim build, and about 160 centimeters tall. Reports from the Olympic Gardens police are that about 5:30 a.m., Briana was last seen at home in her school uniform, a blue tunic with a white blouse and a pair of black shoes. She has not been heard from since. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Briana Fennell is being asked to contact the Olympic Gardens police at 876-923-5468, Police 119 Emergency, or the nearest police station. Teacher accused of killing parents has mental disorders, evaluation report says. Simon Ramsey, the school teacher accused of killing his parents in Christian Meadows, St. Catherine last Friday, is suffering from 2 mental disorders. This was a diagnosis when Ramsey was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital for psychiatric evaluation. When contacted, Senior Superintendent Christopher Phillips, head of the St. Catherine South Police, declined to comment this morning, but sources say Ramsey is suffering from schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. The sources say the psychiatric ward revealed that Ramsey is a regular patient at the hospital. Up to this morning, he was still in the care of the hospital. He is expected to be released back into the police custody today. Ramsey, 25, allegedly stabbed his father, Cesar Ramsey, a pastor, and mother Phyllis, a school principal, to death. He is their youngest offspring. Reports are that about 4 a.m., residents found a motor vehicle belonging to one of the Ramseys abandoned on the side of the road. Bloodstains were reportedly found in the motor car. The police were summoned, and they reportedly went to the house of the couple, where their bodies were found with several stab wounds. Police treating death of woman found hanging from tree as murder. Police on Wednesday said they are treating as murder investigation the death of 48-year-old housewife whose body was found hanging from a mango tree in her yard along the Cedar-Clinton Highway. The positioning of the deceased body suggests she was murdered and her body placed at the scene, the police said in a statement regarding the death of Edith Rubin. The police believe that she was killed during the early hours of Tuesday and that the woman, her husband, and others were drinking alcohol the night before she was found dead. The husband is reported to have said that a male friend stayed with the couple and spent the night and that his wife was last seen alive just about midnight on her veranda. The police said that the husband said that around 4 a.m. the friend woke him up to say he was leaving and he went back to sleep. But he said when he awoke 2 hours later, he saw the body of his wife hanging from the tree. The authorities said that an autopsy is to be conducted to determine the cause of death. They say they are also searching for the friend. Police make multi-million-dollar ganja bust in Portland. Police in Portland believe that they made a major dent in the gun for drugs trade involving criminals in Jamaica and Haiti with the early Thursday morning seizure of approximately 315 pounds of ganja. The police are reporting that about 3:30 a.m., they conducted a snap raid at the Sand Shores Fishing Beach in Portland. On the approach of the police team, 3 men aboard a vessel marked Lucky Gift M ran in different directions and escaped. The police searched the area and found 10 knitted bags containing 41 parcels containing vegetable matter resembling ganja, which were packaged for export. The ganja had an estimated weight of 315 pounds with an estimated street value of $2.2 million. A further search was conducted and 15 plastic containers with petrol were found. The police team also seized several items which can be linked to the men who evaded them. This seizure is a result of our continued active presence which, since the start of 2022, has resulted in the arrest of more wanted men in Portland, as well as the arrest of 2 people who were on our person of interest list, said Superintendent Kenneth Chin, who heads the Portland Police Division. The Portland Police are committed to do our part in dismantling the leg of guns for drug trade, which is operating in the parish. I thank the team that participated in this operation and all the members of Portland Police Division for their continued efforts in our intense road policing activities, which are reaping success, added Chin. He issued a call to the residents of Portland to continue to work with the police as we make all efforts to make Portland the safest place in Jamaica. Sagicor eyes $50 million Sigma run target as burnout roast KPH. The COVID-19 pandemic has taken a heavy toll on the healthcare workers employed at the Kingston Public Hospital KPH, Acting Chief Executive Officer Dr. Natalie Whiteley disclosed on Wednesday, and that perhaps is a major reason why KPH is the sole beneficiary of this year's 24th staging of Sagicor Sigma Corporate Run, the 5.5-kilometer athletic and wellness event that aims to raise at least $50 million. The race has been pushed back from its traditional February slot to March, when a team bubbled run will be held on the 13th and a special invitation run a week later. Both events will take place in New Kingston. All participants must be fully vaccinated, and there will also be a virtual run from March 1 to 31. The money raised will go towards buying much-needed equipment for the surgical department and providing care for the growing number of cancer patients at the hospital that they have seen each day. Addressing Wednesday's launch at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel, Whiteley said that the island's main trauma facility was in need of intervention. Whiteley said that 245-year-old hospital with aging buildings had significant infrastructural challenges, pointing out that the last major construction at KPH occurred 30 years ago when the facility treated 1/3 of the 2,000 patients it sees on average daily. We are stressed sometimes, and with COVID-19, the team at the Kingston Public Hospital has been even more challenged, the administrator noted. We ourselves as healthcare workers have gotten ill as well. Some of us have contracted COVID, some of us unfortunately have died, And so we are facing the effects of COVID-19, not just on our personal health, but that of our family members as well. Meanwhile, Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton, who was recently criticized for discriminatory access to select events for persons fully vaccinated against COVID-19, said the policy was based on science. When we take these decisions and we differentiate, it shouldn't be interpreted as somehow treating one group unfairly over the other. It should be interpreted as a very calculated, scientific assessment of degrees of risk, he said. So this stigma run, we believe, unlike last year, should have numbers, physical presence, and that the presence should come with a list of protocols. We believe that it is worth the risk because it sends a signal that we are moving back to normality, and that's our objective. Registration is now open for all events, and check payment may be made out to Sagicor Foundation Jamaica, direct deposit to the Sagicor Foundation Sagicor Bank account 550-290-7486, and are purchasing Sigma Run banded athletic footwear from the Sigma Run shop. Visit on Instagram or at shopsigma.run. For further information, persons may visit the Sigma Run website at www.sagicorsigmarun.com. Contact the Sigma Run secretary at 876-936-79802 or email sgjsigmasecretary@sagicor.com. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.